The immortal John Hancock here, and recently I got back from Long Island Retro where I got introduced to the game tank. My good friend Justin purchased it. And he said, hey, do video on it. So, all right. So here it is. This is a homebrew console, recently debuted, and it's based on a 6502 variant chipset. There's more information on the website. The link is below. I'm going to unbox this. I'm also going to show all the games available and more, one in development. This is a fun homebrew console that's out on the market, brand new. This is the 7th one actually ever sold, and I'm really happy to share this interesting project with you. So sit back, relax. Here we go. The Game Tank is an 8-bit game console based on a 6502 family CPU from Western Design Center. It has a 128 by 100 pixel display with 200 unique colors, 2 controller ports in the front, a general purpose I/O header in the back, and a 36-pin cartridge port on top. The Game Tank is open source and can be built from entirely new stock parts. In 2023, the emulator and the development tool chains, along with all the schematics and board files, are freely available on GitHub. And so all the information is on the website. Instruction manual talks about it. Here's the actual console, 3D printed, and here it is. And so the actual console itself, it's got a nice build. It's got a power on and reset button. Has an expansion port in the back for future options, and there's the cartridge port. It does take cartridges. It has composite video out, and so this is really made to play on CRT televisions. It does come with a 3D printed controller. I don't know what I think of the controller, but the fact that it can use a Sega Genesis 3 button, that to me kind of satisfies the controller options. And so it does come with a controller. I do test the controller. I'll give you my feedback about that. Comes with your kind of standard AC adapter and audio video cable. The console itself is $250, and the games carts range in price $30 to $35. And yeah, this is definitely a hobbyist item, and definitely want to say, hey, this is for people that want to tinker with something that's very independent. There are 4 game carts, many of them with multiple games on them. I'm going to show all the games available. And here they are. Here's what the game carts look like, 3D printed. Also, there's schematics on how you can pretty much make your own and how to do that. So everything's open source, pretty awesome. And so if you want to start making games for this, you can. And you can even generate your own game carts, which is awesome. This is the game in development. I'm going to show a little bit of that, and even the Bad Apple demo running on it. So pretty sweet. Let's go. First up is Accursed Fiend, and this is probably one of my more favorite of the game carts offered. And this is a dungeon crawler with randomly generated levels. So I like that. And the graphics are pretty good. Actually, to me, it's kind of like a cross between maybe a Pico 8 with a Game Boy Advance. Graphics are very unique. It works for like an 8-bit style console, and I enjoy it. I think this console is very capable, and I look forward to seeing what people produce for it. But at that price point, if you're wanting kind of just something different, this is not bad. And if you want to emulate it and play it that way, you can do that too. So I love like the open source options for this homebrew console. I think that's really going to open up some ideas, and people are going to tinker with it. Next, you have Cubicle Knight, the very first game made for Game Tank. Nice little platformer. I don't know how long it is. I do wish in the description on the website it talks about how long games are. It doesn't do that. Just a minor criticism there. I'm also playing using the packed-in 3D printed controller. It's okay for action games. It's more challenging. I prefer a control pad, so it's nice. It's compatible with a Genesis 3-button controller, which you're probably going to find you're going to have a better play experience. But I like this game. Cute little platformer. Want to know how long it is, but enjoyed playing it. Now, a lot of the game carts do have multiple games on them. This is a very hard game. It's just a puzzle game. As the name implies, it's hard. I found more success using a Genesis 3-button controller, as this very precision movement needed to progress in this. And so just my recommendations there. Next, you had an arcade multi-pack which had a variety of different types of games. You have kind of a classic Snake game, which really for me didn't do anything, but there were some other games on here that were more interesting. And so, but if you want to play classic Snake, here it is. Then there was Invaders, and Invaders to me is kind of like a tech demo. This is what the console is capable of. And I'm going to show some other games too, especially the one in development. It's really going to be interesting to see if people start making some games for this. This is Red's Run. I like the graphics though. Definitely has that reminiscent of like Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. Really like the animation, and you know, it shows that this is a very capable 8-bit console, and I look forward to seeing future games. Honey Hunt wasn't my favorite game, but it's on here. But the final game on here was for me what I wanted to play. But you know, this is a nice variety pack if you want to just play some simple games. This, Two Penguins. So Two Penguins to me was the one that I enjoyed the most, and one I probably would go back and replay. So of the games included on this arcade 5-pack, this is the one that I enjoyed the most and thought it was well done. They offer a 2-pack of 2-player games. Tanks is the first one, kind of like a combat style game, where it is only a 2-player game though. There's not a single-player option for this game, but at least they're trying. At least they're trying to offer a variety of different types of games. You can play and emulate these as well. Then there's Brick Battle, which is Tetris. There is a single-player mode in this game. But you know what? Hey, it's got Tetris on it. Of course this has to have Tetris on it, but at least they're trying and offering a multitude of different types of games. And this is just a launch. This game console just came out this last month officially. Here's the Bad Apple famous demo running on Game Tank. And if you're not familiar with it, this has been around a while. And pretty awesome to see this. If you've never seen it before, it's on several different things, but here it is running. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what other games are going to be running on Game Tank. There's a couple other games I noticed on the website that aren't on cart yet. A couple just small games. There's like a word game and Bob's Barrels. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else is made. But there is a game in development. I'm going to show it now. So then this was showcased at Long Island Retro this year. It was a demo, and it was actually on display, and I got a copy on physical of it early. And so pretty awesome. And this is Ganymede. And you know what? It's kind of a Metroidvania style exploratory game. Really like the animation and look forward to seeing this moving forward as you pick up a lot of different items. Was able to not get too far in this, but yeah, enjoyed this type of game, and just really shows, hey, this console's pretty capable. Out of the get-go, it's showing a wide variety of different types of games, and look forward to seeing what people come up with. And hopefully there's a couple people out there that just want to tinker and make games, as I think this is a pretty interesting platform. Did we need a homebrew console platform out there? I don't know about that, but it's pretty neat that someone devised it and executed it. I think there's one thing to have an idea and another thing to execute it. So to have this thing actually out, I found this whole project very intriguing and happy to promote it on my channel. I wish the developer nothing but the best, and definitely look forward to seeing any future releases. You can check this out. The link is below where you can purchase it. And the 4 game packs available on Flashcart, and you can develop this for yourself. You can emulate it. It is open source, and you can check it out. All the information's on the website. The link is below. Really happy to share this unique project. And you know what? If you're tired of the big corporate thing, you may want to consider thinking about something like this. If you want to go totally independent hey, this is about as independent as it gets. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming and viewing this video. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.